Good morning. It's the first day of the 10-day challenge of Make Room for a New You. I'm very excited to do this. I'll be doing it alongside you, and I'll post my responses to all of the prompts as well. The very first day is arguably one of the toughest tasks that I'm going to ask you to do. It's one that will probably or potentially could bring a few tears if you're doing some reflection on who you've been and your journey to where you are now. The very first task is to write a letter to the old you. Part of making room for a new you is making amends with the person who got you to where you are now. And our journeys are never perfect. Nobody's are. And so looking back on the person you used to be and thanking them for the lessons that they learned and forgiving that person for the mistakes they made, and then giving yourself permission to move in a new direction if that's what you want to do. So for me, I sat down and I wrote my letter, and there were quite a few tears that happened. I think we have to come to terms with the person that we've been and forgive them and recognize the importance of who they were in order to then make room for the person that we're going to be, or that we're trying to be. So this morning I wrote a letter to myself thanking her for her journey so far, and for the lessons that that person, taught me and helped mold me to be who I am today. But also forgiving that person for the mistakes that she's made. I've made a lot of mistakes that I've had to come with terms with. I've had to forgive myself with, that I've had to apologize for. And give myself permission to detach myself from the journey that person was on. In my case, I have been teaching for 15 years now. And I have had to give myself permission to detach myself from a degree that I spent a lot of time, money, and tears on receiving, and a career that I've been cultivating that's attached to that degree. And that's what held me back for a really long time from moving into a new direction, from becoming, a different person or chasing a new career. I felt there was an obligation to the person that I was, to the person who fought really hard to get that degree. And it kept me stagnant for far too long. So I am releasing those ties to that part of me that I worked so hard for. And I used to think that by doing something totally off the wall for me, was I have a lot of guilt for trying to do something totally new and different for the person that I thought I was building. And I realized that I was looking at that situation in the wrong perspective. I am not giving up on that person. I instead am choosing to honor all of the lessons that person went through, or that all the lessons that person learned and helped form me to be who I am now. And I am going to take all of the things that I've done and apply them now in a new direction. There are things about teaching that I absolutely adore, and I'm not abandoning that part of myself. I love giving to people. I love supporting people. I love helping people, and I'm just taking those qualities, some of my favorite qualities of teaching, and I'm going to apply them in a new space. So I am honoring that part of myself and also giving myself permission to cut ties from a degree that is ultimately now weighing me down from being the person that I want to be. So your first challenge is to address a letter to the old you, and again, and thank her or him, thank them for the lessons they've learned, and forgive them for the mistakes they made, and the new you permission to move forward. Again, this one's maybe one of the tougher ones to do, but to create space for the person that we want to be, we have to come to terms with the person that we've been and start making recognitions about that person that need to change, that maybe aren't are aligned with the goals of who we're trying to be now. So challenge number 1, write a letter. All right. Good luck today. Have a fabulous Tuesday. Until next time, you guys eat more, eat well, eat happy. Bye.